upper echelons of global industry, your technical expertise is taken as a given. It is the baseline. The true differentiator, the glass ceiling for many, is the ability to navigate corporate diplomacy. Most professionals believe that to lead is to give orders, but in a globalized, matrixed organization, to lead is to foster strategic alignment. I am Grace, and this is Trinity English Scholar. Today, we are walking the professional path. We are exploring how to manage upward, downward, and laterally using the language of diplomatic precision. We are moving away from direct command and into the world of inclusive governance. Before we deconstruct these invisible structures of power, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. To lead in a global environment, you must curate a mindset of constant refinement. By subscribing, you ensure that your professional evolution remains a daily priority. For those who demand the absolute peak of rhetorical training, Trinity English Scholar offers a comprehensive 5-stream curriculum designed to engineer your success in the most competitive markets on Earth. Trinity is where the ambitious become the indispensable. If you are ready to pivot from being a manager to becoming a diplomat, let us begin our autopsy of high-stakes alignment.
The core concept we are mastering today is the alignment protocol. In middle management, communication is often binary. Things are either right or wrong, success or failure. This binary nature creates defensiveness. An executive, however, uses probabilistic language and syntactic buffers. We must examine the philology of the word prerequisite. Most people say, "We need this first." That is a demand. A Trinity scholar identifies a fundamental prerequisite for the next phase of implementation. Do you hear the shift? The first is a request for a favor. The second is an observation of a logical law. By framing a requirement as a prerequisite, you remove your personal want from the equation and replace it with a systemic necessity. We are also exploring the ego shield, the art of using passive modality to discuss friction and active voice to discuss shared success. If a deadline is missed, the non-Trinity speaker says, "You missed the deadline." This is a personal attack. The scholar says, "The deadline was not attained due to extenuating variables." By making the deadline the subject of the sentence, you allow the other person to solve the problem without having to defend their character. In this window of our lecture, I want you to visualize your words as social lubricant. Your job as a leader is to reduce the friction of the organization so that the machinery of business can move faster. We use hedged assertions, phrases like "the data would suggest" or "it may be prudent to consider," not because you are unsure, but because it creates an intellectual vacuum that invites your peers to join you in your conclusion. This is not weakness, it is rhetorical engineering. By the end of this session, you will understand how to steer a room without ever raising your voice.
To master the alignment protocol, we must see it in action. I have selected 3 entirely new scenarios where professional reputations are either built or broken in a single sentence. Example 1. Managing upward, addressing a CEO's unrealistic goal. Imagine your CEO sets a deadline that your team cannot possibly meet without compromising the quality of the product. The non-Trinity scholar: "I'm sorry, but this is impossible. My team is already burned out and we don't have enough people. If we do it this fast, the product will have bugs. We need more time." This is victim English. You have used impossible, which is a conversation stopper. You have mentioned burnout, which the CEO may perceive as a lack of resilience. You sound like a bottleneck, not a partner. The Trinity Scholar. The ambition of this timeline is certainly noted. However, to ensure optimal integrity in the final deliverable, it may be advantageous to move toward a phased rollout. This would allow us to validate the core functionality while maintaining our market entry momentum. You didn't say no. You used the noun ambition to validate the CEO's drive. You replaced bugs with integrity and slow down with phased rollout. You have practically corrected the timeline while remaining a strategic ally to the CEO's vision. Example 2. Lateral negotiation, requesting resources from a peer. You need a data analyst from the marketing team for a finance project, but the marketing director is known for being protective of their resources. The Non-Trinity Scholar. Hey, can I borrow your analyst for 2 weeks? We really need help with some spreadsheets. It won't take much of his time, I promise. This is petitioner English. By saying borrow and spreadsheets, you are minimizing the analyst's value. You are asking for a favor, which makes the other director feel like they are losing something. The Trinity Scholar. I've identified a significant opportunity for cross-functional synergy between our departments. Utilizing your team's analytical expertise for this specific initiative would not only expedite our findings, but also provide mutual visibility for our shared strategic goals. You've framed the request as cross-functional synergy. You didn't ask to borrow a person, you proposed an initiative with mutual visibility. You have made it in their best interest to help you. This is the language of a diplomat. Example 3. Managing downward, correcting a high-performing engineer but dismissive of colleagues, creating a social discrepancy in the team culture. The Non-Trinity Scholar. You are doing a great job on the code, but you have to stop being mean to people. It's hurting the team's feelings and it's not professional. Please be nicer. This is parental English. It uses subjective words like mean and feelings. It invites the employee to argue that they aren't mean, but honest. The Trinity Scholar. While your technical contributions remain unparalleled, there is a perceivable discrepancy between your output and the collaborative standards we maintain. Ensuring cultural alignment is a prerequisite for senior advancement within this firm. You have removed all talk of feelings. You used nouns, discrepancy, collaborative standards, and cultural alignment. You have framed their behavior as a barrier to their own advancement. You are coaching them on a prerequisite, not scolding them like a child.
As we conclude our session on the professional path, let us distill the architecture of alignment. 1. Frame disagreement as optimization. Never say no. Propose a phased rollout or an alternative trajectory to protect the goal. 2. Use high-status nouns for friction. Replace problems or rudeness with discrepancies and extenuating variables. 3. Propose synergy, not favors. Lateral success depends on showing others how helping you helps them achieve mutual visibility. And 4. Connect behavior to advancement. When correcting others, link the change to their own professional capital and trajectory. Your mission this week is to perform your own diplomatic pivot. 1. The synergy proposal. Identify one person in another department you need help from. Write a 2-sentence proposal in the comments below using the words synergy, perspective, and expedite. And 2. The ego shield audit. In your next email regarding a delay or a mistake, remove all personal pronouns, I, you. Focus entirely on the outcome and the variables. Observe the shift in the professional tone of the thread. I am Grace. At Trinity English Scholar, we don't just teach you to speak, we teach you to lead. I will see you in our next program.